Hey guys, on today's episode of Antonio the Realtor, we are going to do a property tour. This place has been rehabbed from drain tile in the basement to the city's water line being converted over to copper to the actual tuck pointing on the brick. Everything inside is brand new. So let's go take a look at this amazing rehab in Cicero, Illinois, 1838 48th Court. Let's go. All right, you guys, let the tour begin. Right when you walk in, this is super nice. They didn't have to do this, and this is a detail that I'm actually really happy that they did because it just makes the building different. I visited a lot of multi-units in Chicago, Berwyn, Cicero, you name it, and I mean, even the door still has the plastic on it because of how new it is, but they did a very good job with this rehab. Super impressed with it. Now let's take a look at what it looks like entering the first unit. We will be covering both floors, including the basement, which is finished, by the way. I don't know that if I mentioned that, but right when you walk in, this is the experience that you are going to have when you walk in. This is the living room and dining room. So this is the living room. Dining room is behind me, but just take a look. Amazing. Mahogany colored floors. At least I think they're mahogany, right? Your light fixtures are new, right? Of course they're new. Just the point is that they're modern. They decided to go ahead and keep the stained glass, which is amazing, and they framed it, which is an awesome touch. Very, very nice. Okay, here is your fireplace. Now, whether it's working or not, I'll have the owner put it in the comments of whether or not that's working, but there's an Easter egg in here, you guys. Let me know if you can find Andronio. Andronio is my drone. Put it in the comments if you've seen Andronio lately. But that awesome footage you saw a little while ago was from my hardworking Andronio, struggling in these Chicago winds, these Cicero Berwyn winds. So this is what the property looks like from this angle. Okay, so your division of real estate, if you want to call it right there, that pillar, we'll call it, is probably what I would say separates from the living room and the dining room. So you're in here. Really nice effect they did here with the molding. I can appreciate it. And they picked some really nice light fixtures, just giving the place that little feeling of class. And then here is your dining room space. Let's see if I could. Yeah, those are dimmable. That's how bright those get. If you want them brighter, you can go ahead and get different light bulbs. But just for the time being, I mean, it really sets a mood in here. So nice size living room, dining room. Right here, dining room table. I mean, you have no problem getting like an 8-seater, eight or not 8. I'm sorry, like 6 on both sides, maybe 8 depending. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's wide enough. It's absolutely wide enough. But here you go. Okay, so we're going to move into the first bedroom of 3 on this first floor. Here is the first bedroom. Now, up here, it's not as bright because they only got 1 light bulb in there, but big deal. This is a big bedroom for a multi-unit in Cicero. So this bedroom here, I would say you can probably put a full-size bed in here. Maybe go one higher, and you'll be okay. Here's a closet. I'll go ahead and open up the closet, but nice size closet. It goes around that way a little bit of a ways. So I will close that, and there was a light in there. Okay, so we are going to go now to bedroom number 2 before we head to the kitchen. Okay, here's bedroom number 2. Again, very bright. Very bright. Okay. And then in case you guys were wondering how much the place was, I'll put the price in the beginning of the video if you haven't seen it yet. I'm pretty sure I'll put it in there. If not, maybe I'll put it right here during the sound bite here. But check out this bathroom. Wow, I love the tile. I love the tile, and that crunching you're hearing is from my feet on the floor because they still have the paper on the floor. But that tile job is absolutely beautiful. Excuse me again, okay? And then they have the brass colored. I think it's brass. If not, it's silver. It's closer to brass, but really, really nice. You just got to come over here, stick a mirror up there of your choice, and you'll be good. But so far, so good. So far, it's like I'm really liking it. Okay, Here we go. The coup de grace, everybody. The kitchen. Okay. Absolutely beautiful job with the kitchen. Everything in here is brand new. Cabinetry is great. You got your quartz countertops right here, and very nice, smooth, not chipped, really good condition. And just take a look at this profile you got right here. Okay. These don't have bulbs in them, so I'll show you what they look like from here. And then of course, this is a rehab, a little dusty, so that's okay. But as far as the property is concerned, I mean, this builder, the decisions that were made in the finishes, in the layout, absolutely amazing. Stainless steel appliances, of course. Well, I'm so used to saying stainless steel appliances. Forgive me, but check that out. I think that's a GE. That's a GE, and then you have that vent here. These cabinets are really nice too. Let's take a look. There you go. There you go. They close very slowly, of course, and then great water pressure. And again, everything in here is new. Your water lines, your electrical. The basement has what is that, drain tile, which is awesome. So that's that. I will take you into the porch really quick, and remember that these guys had just got around to finishing the rehab on this. So you will see paper, you'll see some tools and stuff, but big deal. Very, very nice. Look at even all this up here. Look, you got your windows there. That's my tripod because I'm a YouTuber, right? And then you have access, of course, to the outside over there. If we go down the stairs, of course, we're in the basement. We go upstairs, we're on the second floor. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna take you to the second floor, but I'm gonna take you guys the long way. We're gonna go this way right now. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe for more videos, more property tours. I'm gonna be doing these things all year. And also, if you go to the link in my bio, you're gonna be able to download 3 free ebooks on how to get down payment assistance and how to sell your house for more value. And I also, on that same link, have a class you could take where I take you through by video on the home buying process and the selling process. So, commercial's over. Time to walk into the very, very identical looking second floor. All right, again, I'll put the price of this place right about here. You should see it on the screen. Got to remind myself to do that when I'm putting this thing together, but take a look. I mean, for the money that you're paying to get everything done is such a value. Such a value, especially when they say in the state of Illinois, the average growth year over year for this year, they're forecasting at least, let's say at most, to protect ourselves here, like a 5% increase on property value still. Rates are coming down, meaning that property values should maintain strong. So if you were to invest, I would say this is a good place to probably invest into. Now, why am I saying that? We are on the south side right now, right like minutes from Chicago. We're in Cicero. There are places on the north side of Chicago that cost the same price as this with just about the same, or if not a little higher property taxes, but it's not rehabbed. So you got to ask yourself, are you going to stay in an area paying for something that's not as valuable as something like this? I mean, it's a really great selling point for anybody considering coming down here. That's why a lot of people move to Cicero and Berwyn, because they're overpaying on the north side, and they're like, hey, you know what? For the same money, maybe a little bit less, I can go get something like this in an up-and-coming neighborhood, which is where I do believe what we can call Cicero and Berwyn up-and-coming. So, bathroom number 2. Again, very nice. Very nice. Even like you come over here, again, identical. And when you're buying a multi-unit like this, and you're worried about who you're going to put into it, that's why you have realtors like myself, where we can help vet some of the tenants that you're going to put into your property. We can't guarantee that people aren't going to destroy your place, but at the end of the day, there's credit checks and precautions and stuff. So I'm turning over here. Here is your kitchen on the second floor. Second floor kitchen now. As far as I'm concerned, everything's identical, right? Fantastic. Lighting is very nice. Okay, and then in case in point, there are your light bulbs, right? Downstairs we didn't have those, but up here we're winning with it. And again, I always like doing this. Great water pressure. Cabinets, I'm gonna open the cabinet. I'm gonna close. There you go, nice and slow, clean, new, modern. There's the other bedroom. Okay, oh, actually, we were already in there. That was, yeah, there are 3 bedrooms. I got my memories going. But yeah, okay, so here is bedroom number 2. In case we didn't see it, I'll do just a quick little, So what we'll do now is we will go downstairs to the basement. And actually, let's see, do we want to go that way? No, we'll go the regular way. Yeah, we'll go the long ways, everybody. So we're about to head to the basement. This is the second floor. When you come up the stairs, you have this little area here to put your jackets, almost like what you would see in a mud room. And this door right here is a balcony. It leads to the balcony where you can see, your tenants up here can sit and look outside. I would take you in there, but everything down there right now is a little dusty from when they were doing the what is that? When they were repairing the brick. We are now in the basement, and check this out. Wide open basement. Just wait till I turn around, you guys. You're gonna freak out. Check this out. Here we go. Turning around, and bam! Look at this basement. Absolutely amazing. Great space. If you're gonna live here, you live in the first floor, you have basement access for yourself here. Maybe you let the tenant upstairs borrow it once in a while, right? But you have a little room there, which you just saw. And here is your basement for family functions, parties, whatever it is that you're gonna do. Check this out. And again, guys, they're still working on putting stuff together. So you'll see this door off the hinge. No big deal. There is your mechanical room in there. And like I mentioned before, everything in here is just basically, here we go, basically brand new. Okay, so your mechanicals are good. Everything in here is, nicely put together, taken care of. We know there's AC because we see the line. And then whether or not the condensers outside are installed is another question, because we haven't gone to the yard. But check this out. There's your electrical panels. In the town of Cicero, you do need to have these egress windows so you can get out of here in case there's a fire. Then, of course, you have a laundry room set up over here, and you know that because you see the lines, which are right here. So there's your lines. Okay, lines there, your power, gas line, and then I believe that'll lead out to the vent eventually. But yeah, this place is on the market right now. Okay, if you want to talk about purchasing the place, you can contact me at the number that you've seen on the screen. But we'll talk a little bit more about financing upstairs. So I'm sure you can agree with me when I say that this property was absolutely amazing to tour. And if you liked it, do me a favor, like the video, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, put a comment in letting me know what you thought about the building. What was your favorite room? What was your favorite floor? Believe it or not, although they're identical, you might have had a favorite floor. That includes also the basement. So let's talk about what it takes to buy a multi-unit. When you apply for a multi-unit at your bank or through your financial institution, if you're not paying cash, they are going to take a look at your income, and they're going to figure out how much income are each unit in the property going to command that will help you lower your debt to income ratio, help you be able to qualify for the property. Some of these terms that I'm using are banker's terms, so don't worry so much about having to be the perfect professional when it comes to lending. That's what my job is for as a realtor, and of course the lender that we're working with. But a very, very important point here to know is you have to understand what the market, what the neighborhood commands in rent. Because at the end of the day, for a property that is this rehabbed, that is this updated, you're going to be able to command a higher price point on the rent. You're not going to have to settle for $1,000. You're not going to have to settle for $1,200. You're going to have a conversation with the lender, a conversation with your realtor, and say, hey, if I buy this place, what can I get for it from a perspective of rental income is concerned? That's something that you should really, really think about. You can buy this property FHA. You can buy this property, of course, with a conventional loan. And if you have a VA loan, you absolutely can buy the property. VA loans are really, really good, really good loans overall. So if you guys have any other questions regarding the ability to buy this home or the process of purchasing the house and what that entails, I want you to contact me on the number that you've been seeing on the screen, 708-205-7121. Again, if you go to the link in my bio, you will be able to download a couple of ebooks that'll talk about homebuyer grants and where you can get those. And if you're selling your property, ways that you can increase your property value. So again, thank you so much for watching this episode of Antonio the Realtor, and I'll see you in the next video.